Hey everyone, we're going to go ahead and get started. This webinar is going to be about the College Board Opportunity Scholarship and also on Khan Academy, since that is part of the College Board Opportunity Scholarship. I'm Erin Mosley. I am the Mathis 11th and 12th grade advisor. And then with me, I have Nathan Strausch, is our 11th and 12th grade advisor for Senton High School. So welcome everyone. Thank you for tuning in. This one's probably going to be a little bit shorter than some of our other ones. So let's go ahead and dive right on in. So what we want you to kind of get out of this live stream today is what the College Board Opportunity Scholarship is and how you can sign up for it. And then also how to link your Khan Academy account to your College Board account. This will come into play for the College Board Scholarship. So just as a little heads up, these slides are going to have like a lot of text on them, but you can always pause the video later, come back to it. We're fortunate enough that we're able to get these slide decks from College Board itself. So these are kind of directly off theirs. We just modified them. So let's go ahead. College Board. So I've been saying that a lot right now. If you don't know what College Board is, they are a national company that runs the SAT, Big Future, which is a really awesome college search feature, CBOS, which is the College Board Opportunity Scholarship, and then also Khan Academy. So College Board is kind of the one-stop place for most of your college-related needs, whether that's taking the SAT, searching for your colleges, practicing for the SAT, and even now getting some scholarships. So I'm going to turn it over to Nathan to talk about the College Board Opportunity Scholarship.
All right, thank you, Erin. We can go to the next slide. So one of the most common questions we get asked as advisors is, how can I apply for scholarships? You know, there's a lot of scholarships that require you to complete a long application, write an essay, get letters of recommendation, the whole 9 yards. But with the College Board Opportunity Scholarships, you can actually apply for a bunch of different scholarships just by completing basic steps in the college application and preparation process. So right now, as juniors, you can actually be entered into drawings for scholarships just by completing steps like practicing for the SAT on Khan Academy, building a college list using Big Future, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. But, you know, a lot of students also say, you know, why should I spend time applying for scholarships? There's so many students that are applying. I probably won't be one that receives the scholarship. But here you see College Board is awarding 4,000 separate scholarships to students ranging from 500 all the way up to 40,000. So, I mean, if you're going to be doing a lot of these steps anyway, like practicing for Khan Academy, building a college list, taking the SAT, you might as well be trying to get entered into some scholarships for those opportunities as well. We can go ahead and go to the next slide. So one good thing about the College Board Opportunity Scholarship is that it's open to all students in high school. You know, a lot of scholarships may be dependent on your GPA in high school, you know, so you have to have a minimum 3.0 GPA to apply, or you need to have a minimum SAT score of 1,300 or something wild like that, or your family has to meet a certain income level. With these scholarships, they're open to any student. So regardless of your class rank, no matter what your GPA is, no matter what your SAT score even is, you can still be entered into drawings for these scholarships just by signing up and applying for and completing these steps. Another benefit with the College Board Opportunity Scholarship is not only does it reward students for taking the necessary steps, but, you know, for a lot of students, the college application process and what you can be doing to prepare for the application process, even as juniors, it can be really convoluted. There's a lot of different things you need to work on, a lot of different steps to it. But with these scholarship opportunities, they kind of help simplify that process. So it kind of breaks everything down into different steps. Like, this is what you can be working on at this point in your junior year to be getting ready. This is what you can be working on in the summer. This is what you can be working on the fall of your senior year to be getting ready. So it helps simplify that process and delineate what you should be working on when, and it rewards you for taking those important steps. Additionally, it even promotes practice for practicing on Khan Academy for the SAT. You know, we always say practice makes perfect. It's important to spend time practicing for Khan Academy, and I know a lot of students may not enjoy practicing for the SAT on Khan Academy, but the College Board Opportunity Scholarships kind of help incentivize doing that. And again, you know, a lot of students can be hesitant to apply for some scholarships just because, you know, a lot of scholarships do require essays, like I said earlier. But the good thing with this scholarship is it doesn't even require any kind of essay. You don't have to write a 1,000-page essay on why you deserve this scholarship or why you want to study aerospace engineering or anything like that. All you have to do is just complete these steps, and you can be entered into drawings for scholarships, like I said, ranging from $500 all the way up to $40,000. So how does the College Board Opportunity Scholarships program work? I know I've been talking a lot about these different steps, but let's look a little bit into what you can be working on and what scholarships are available. So the first one is that college list building. To complete this scholarship, to be entered into a drawing for this scholarship, all you have to do is log into College Board's Big Future website and create a comprehensive college list of at least 6 schools using the principles of match and fit. All you have to do is build a college list on that website. You're entered into a drawing for a $500 scholarship. And there's 600 of those scholarships that are awarded. So it's not just one student that's being awarded 500, it's 600 students. And we'll have a webinar on specifically on college list building later this semester, where we'll focus purely on how to do the college list building process and how you can do all that. So it's really simple and straightforward, and you know, you could get $500 out of it. The second one that we'll be talking about a little bit later in today's webinar is practicing for the SAT. You know, the analogy I always use for students when it comes to taking the SAT is, you know, I'm a big sports guy. If you're on the football team, you're not just going to show up to play football on Friday night without watching any film on the opposing team. No, you're going to prepare, you're going to watch film, you're going to make sure that you're as ready as possible for that football game on Friday night. The same applies for the SAT. I recommend students use Khan Academy. We all recommend students use Khan Academy as much as possible prior to taking the SAT, because it really helps students practice different concepts and the types of questions that might be that they might see when they take the SAT. To be entered into the scholarship drawing for the practice for the SAT scholarship, students should practice at least 6 hours on Khan Academy, which I know sounds like a lot, but I always encourage students, you know, just do a little bit each night. Do 15 minutes one night, 20 minutes another, 30 minutes another. And, you know, those times will really add up over time. And before you know it, you'll be at 6 hours. Another good thing about Khan Academy is it even has full-length practice SATs that you can take. It's a like 2.5 hour practice test. You can knock out a good bit of your 6 hours doing that too. And that helps you get used to the rhythm and the pacing of the SAT, so that maybe you won't be caught off guard as much when you take the test in person for real. Number 3, improve your scores. I always encourage students, once you take the SAT, find another time, take it again. If you take it again and improve your score, you get entered into a drawing for a $2,000 scholarship. You know, first time you take it, you might be a little nervous. It's your first time taking the SAT. You might not be comfortable with your surroundings, but then, you know, you get that out of the way. You take it a second time, you know what to expect. Maybe you spend some time practicing on Khan Academy after you take it the first time, and hopefully you can come back and you can improve your score, and then you can be entered into the drawing for the Improve Your Score scholarship. Next, after taking the SAT and getting your scores back, it's important that you revisit your initial college list to make sure that it is reflective of your scores on the SAT. Because, some schools may have different requirements as far as, average SAT, other thing, because some schools might not even require the SAT, but I digress. So it's important to go back and strengthen your college list and revise it, make sure that it reflects where you are now, because plans change too throughout the months and months before you fill out your application. So go back, strengthen your college list. You could be entered into a drawing for a $500 scholarship just for doing that. Then lastly, for number 5 and number 6, those are things that you will be doing as a senior. So obviously, in order to go to college, you have to fill out a college application. So apply to college, submit your college application. You can be entered into a drawing for the Apply to Colleges application or scholarship for number 6, and then completing your FAFSA so that you can be eligible for different types of financial aid to help pay for college. Just for submitting your FAFSA, you can be entered into a drawing for a $1,000 scholarship as well. Now, if you complete all 6 of these steps that I've talked about, you will then be entered into a drawing for a $40,000 scholarship for completing your journey. And they're awarding 25 of those scholarships for $40,000. So if you complete all those steps, you may win one of the scholarships. One of the other ones, you may get a $1,000 scholarship, may get a $500 scholarship, or you could be entered into a drawing where you could get a $40,000 scholarship. And you don't have to write essays for these. You're just getting scholarships for taking the steps you would be taking throughout the process anyway. So moving on, let's look a little bit at the timing of these drawings. So what you can be working on when. So right now, as juniors, spring semester, your junior year, you can be getting started on these right now. You can start building your college list through Big Future. If you need help with that, Aaron and I are both happy to sit down and meet with you one-on-one to talk about that. We're also going to be having a webinar presentation focused on building your college list later this semester as well. And then practicing for the SAT on Khan Academy. I know a lot of you are probably going to be taking the SAT either through your high school or separate or outside of school on a Saturday later this semester. So get started with practicing for your SAT now. That can be practicing after school if you have some free time in the evening, or even if some of your classes might give you free time to practice for the SAT. So get started with that now. Then, like I said, once you take the SAT the first time, try retaking it sometime again in the summer, sometime again in the fall. Hopefully you improve your score and you can be entered into a drawing for the Improve Your Score scholarship. And then same for strengthening your college list in the summer after you've taken the SAT. And then lastly, completing your FAFSA and applying for colleges. You won't be doing those till the late summer, early fall of your senior year. College applications aren't going to open for juniors, or for the current juniors, are not going to open until at some point in the summer. And then the FAFSA does not open until October 1st of 2021. So you won't be completing the FAFSA until October, but once that opens, then you can go ahead and get started with that as well. Another note I wanted to make is just, look at how many people are winning these scholarships each month. It's not like there's just one scholarship being awarded for practicing for the SAT, or one scholarship being awarded for improving your score. They got 100 people that are being awarded scholarships for building your college list, 150 awarded for practicing for the SAT. That's a lot of different scholarships that can be handed down. You could be one of those just if you enter into the drawings for these scholarships. So it's definitely worth the little extra effort. And hopefully you could be a big winner with one of these scholarships. Moving on. So I know we've talked a lot about different steps, and it could be fairly confusing. Have I actually submitted, or have I actually entered into the scholarship for Khan Academy? Have I entered into the scholarship for improving my SAT score? Well, College Board has it all laid out pretty nicely for you with a personalized progress tracker that you can keep track of through your College Board account. So once you finish a step, so like here it says on my action plan, there's a check mark under build your college list. So once you finish that, it'll be checked and you can see, okay, so I'm entered into the drawing for that one. So then as you go through the process, as you practice for the SAT 6 hours on Khan Academy, as you improve your SAT scores, you strengthen your college list, eventually those will be checked green as well. So then you'll be able to keep track of, oh, I've done all these, so I've been entered into these scholarship drawings as well. And hopefully, once those are all green, then you'll be entered into the drawing for $40,000 scholarship, the granddaddy of them all. And then you can hopefully get that $40,000 scholarship as well. All right. So as I mentioned earlier, one of the steps you should be getting started on right now is practicing for the SAT with Khan Academy. So now I'm going to turn it back over to Aaron, who's going to talk to us a little bit more about linking your College Board and Khan Academy accounts and how you can get started with practicing right now or today.
All right, hey y'all. Before I move any farther, you guys might see I have a little helper here. So if I seem a little distracted, I have a cat walking back and forth on my lap. Oh gosh. So like Nathan said, I'm going to be teaching y'all how to link your College Board account to your Khan Academy account. So this is necessary in order for you to get those 6 practice hours on Khan Academy to actually count towards the College Board Opportunity Scholarship. So these are the slides that I was talking about that are going to be a little wordy. So bear with me through them. It's actually a relatively easy process. So let's get it done. So as I mentioned before, one, it's needed for the College Board Opportunity Scholarship, but there are other benefits to linking your Khan Academy and College Board accounts. One of the best things, in my opinion, is that it can actually give you personalized tests based on your previous test scores. So whether that was the PSAT that you took junior year, in the fall, or if it's an SAT that you've already taken, it'll give you practice in the areas that you didn't do too well on. So if you're really good at fractions, you're going to see less math questions that are focused on fractions, but you may see more that are focused on some other math concept. I haven't taken math for years now. So it'll actually target those areas that you need to strengthen. You don't need to do everything again. Obviously, you know some of it. So that, in my opinion, is the number one benefit of linking Khan Academy and College Board. And then another big one that'll save you some time is that you're able to jump right into practice without having to take any like additional quizzes or practice tests to get those personalized recommendations. They'll just automatically transfer over. So in the long run, this will save you time and potentially get you a scholarship. So these are bare bones steps of how to link your College Board and Khan Academy. So number one, and we're going to go through this in more detail. Number one is to log in or create your Khan Academy account. When prompted, agree to link your Khan Academy account and College Board. And step 3 is to sign in or create a College Board account and hit send to send your scores. Hopefully y'all already have a College Board account. If not, we do have a previous video, I believe, from our other advisors discussing how to create a College Board account. So I highly recommend that you check that one out. So we're going to talk about creating your Khan Academy account. So log into, if you already have a Khan account or you're going to be creating one. So satpractice.org, khanacademy.org, both of those work just fine to get you where you need to be. And then you are going to see a couple different options after you click, like there's a green button that says like, check it out now. So you can sign in with Google, with Facebook, with your email, whichever one that you want to do. Just as a reminder, though, if you are kind of creating your own, signing up with email, make sure you save your passwords in your phone, take a picture of them, do something with it so you don't lose it, so you don't have to set it again later. You'll see kind of basic info if you do choose to set it up with your email, first name, last name, email, birthday. Whereas if you sign in with Google or Facebook, you'll just enter in your password and it'll link the two. So that's step one, create your Khan Academy account. Step two, so this is where we're going to begin the process of linking your Khan Academy account to College Board. So if this is your first time logging into Khan Academy, you will be prompted with this screen here. And it's saying that it's prompting you to go ahead and connect the two. So on step A, sign into collegeboard.org and send your PSAT results to Khan Academy. So that's going to be the one that you're going to click. You could also take like a first diagnostic quiz, but why do that when you can save yourself some trouble? So you can go ahead and sign into College Board and send your PSAT results to Khan Academy, and it'll give you a little prompt down in the corner to go ahead and sign into College Board. Say you've been on Khan Academy before, but you haven't linked your accounts. Up in the top right-hand corner, there where your name is, if you click on that and click on settings, scroll down kind of halfway down the page, and there's an option there as well to link your accounts. So after you click either through settings to link your account, or you're prompted here to sign into collegeboard.org, you'll follow that and it's going to direct you to collegeboard.org. So this is step number 3. Sign into your College Board account if you have one. If you don't, go ahead and create one here. As I mentioned before, check out previous videos to find out more about that. But from here, once you sign in, you are going to be prompted with Khan Academy is requesting permission for the following. So you're going to say yes, that they can send it. Clicking send, you will be redirected to SAT practice on Khan Academy. If at any time you're like, I don't want it to have this permission, you can always go back through and remove link at any time by clicking on revoke, which is found in your College Board account settings. I don't know why you would ever need to do that, but if you need to, it's there. So now you've pretty much linked your 2 accounts, and it'll go back to Khan Academy and you can start practicing. You can practice math sections or the EBRW, which is evidence-based reading and writing. The recommendations will be based on how well you did on your previous PSAT scores. And then keep practicing, because each additional activity will get the personalization stronger and stronger for you. Because like I mentioned before, there's no sense in practicing things you guys already know. So just focusing on those areas that you need help with. And that's why Khan Academy is great. I know some people are more into like having the physical copy of the books for practice purposes, but those do test you over everything, some of the stuff you already know. So that's really why I recommend Khan Academy more than those like physical copies of those books. All right, so do we have any questions that were pulled from YouTube? Were there any questions? We have our team of advisors monitoring our YouTube chat. But if you guys don't have questions, you guys are always welcome to reach out to us. We have contact info and some of our other presentations. And I'm going to turn it over to Nathan to close us out for this one.
All right. Well, as Aaron said, if you ever had any questions or have any questions, we're always happy to help you out any way we can. You can schedule a meeting with us, send us an email, call us, text us. We're here all the time. You can find us on social media as well. Give us a follow on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our YouTube channel, so you can be notified and find new recordings that we post and go back and look at some of the other old but awesome videos that we have done as well. Thank you all for joining us, for watching this video. We look forward to hearing from you all soon. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Thank y'all.